Cute winter boots. I could have been the first person to make a video on this, but I didn't. I intentionally kept my mouth shut.
X have discovered some rather disturbing images on Google Maps. And I had a buddy of mine that actually lives in LA. He actually went to this specific location to get a street view, and every single thing is there that appears in this image right here. I mean, as you can see, and I'll put the coordinates down in the comment section below so you can go look for yourself. There's some rather interesting words that can be seen from satellite view inside of this lot, obviously primarily being the word help. But you can't find this shit on Apple. That's the weirdest part about this, okay? But if you look a little bit closer, there's some very specific words here as well, okay? That being Trafico, Federal, LAPD. And I'll tell you here in a second why the word LAPD is really interesting to see in this lot. But what I want everybody to look at, okay, is there's two of these that just so happens to appear in this lot. And there's some rather interesting things that might or might not exist underneath this lot, okay? And I'm not sure necessarily what I can mention about them here on TikTok, but let's just say that they start with the letter T. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. But if you just so happen to look down here, okay, there's a bridge. There's a bridge that leads right over here, okay? And on the other side of this bridge, there just so happens to be the Los Angeles Police Department with helipads, which really makes me wonder if they're right on the other side of the bridge, how and why are they not capable of seeing this shit? So I'm trying to get to the bottom of this because there's obviously a lot of interesting things that are happening in LA at this very
Hi friends, what's up turds, nerds, freaks, and geeks, and all in between? It's me, your girl, Daisy Dane. Welcome back to my channel. I'm genuinely blessed to have you here, and boy, you sure do look swell today. I wanted to explain to you guys all something, so come on, get in close, get cozy, grab whatever you need, snacky, some, I don't know, pickle juice, whatever. I'm not here to judge. Today, I'm taking a peek at the winter boots. Have you heard about this? And what indeed are winter boots? Are they shoes for your feet, or are they coated? Well, it seems as though people are starting to beat them. If they can't beat them, join them, right? Basically, they're playing the game. Let's take a look.
So for the people that don't know what cute winter boots is, still keep watching. So basically, from what I gathered from looking around videos and all that, is cute winter boots means to be strapped up. If you do not know what strapped up means, keep scrolling. If you look up videos about cute winter boots, you're gonna see people talking about their boots in a weird way or coded way, and that's just them trying to talk in a certain way. But those boots represent the straps, basically. And if you go in the comments, you're gonna see people talking in code. You're gonna see capital letters and different words or whatever. Put it together, you get a phrase, and that's them trying to spread awareness. So it just looks like this is coming from a certain group of people, and I'm neutral. I don't care about being on any side or whatever. I was just confused when I was seeing all these coded messages and whatever. But yeah, to summarize it, cute winter boots is straps. People are moving in code. They're trying to spread awareness or whatever. Gather a certain group of people to come together. I don't know. If you guys are still confused about anything else, drop a comment. I'll research it if I could. And yeah, man, stay safe out here.
This is something that is now trending on TikTok. It's not really as much about the boots as it is about the straps, if you feel me. People are talking about how they have a few of them and how they know how to lace up their straps and all those things, okay? For me, it feels very 1984. It reminds me of a few dystopian novels, which I just happen to be working on a video for. But I just find it curious. It's interesting. People are fun. We live in a strange world. And please don't take this as me not understanding the weight of the circumstance. I truly do. I cannot even fathom, how this must feel or what this must be like for these people. But we do have to also look at the facts and understand that the people that are being dealt with at the moment are criminals with terrible records and are unlawfully here. Like, as a, fourth or fifth generation Irish American, it's like, whoa. I hope they don't worry about us. I mean, who's going to be left here?
Illegals in your town, listen, do your part. Do your part. You call ICE too.
You're right, we should all do our part. That's why I have these Know Your Rights cards, which say what to do in English and in Spanish whenever ICE pulls up to your door. In fact, I took the liberty of printing out about, 500 more. And I'm going to cut each and every one of these out, and I'm going to march my happy ass to the most Latino part of Nashville. And I'm going to hand these out to every person I see. Right now, it is more important than ever to work together towards a brighter future for America, and we cannot do that if we're not unified. If one of us is unsafe in our communities, we are all unsafe in our communities. Me importa un carajo qué idioma hablas, o de dónde eres, o si tienes papeles. Inmigrantes son una parte muy importante de este país y de mi vida.
Mi gente latino.
I can personally think of a few people who this might affect in their real lives, and it breaks my heart. Like, that part is really, really, that's terrible. Poor Selena, y'all, she was just like she's just down about it. And honestly, she's entitled to her feelings. She's entitled to boohoo on the internet if she wants to. We all do it. It's all right. It happens to the best of us. This isn't really one of those laughing circumstances or like situations, but it's one of those things where I just have to giggle to cope, or I would certainly cry in as well. It's also many channels and creators giving out tips and all these tricks to, you know, if you don't have winter boots, or if you're in the area where it's getting really slippery out, you know, they're really looking out for one another. And my only contention, and listen, who am I? Nobody. Literally, don't worry about me. I will crawl under my bed and go to bed and hibernate for like months. It's okay. Don't worry about me. No, I'm just kidding. On a public platform, though, you know what I mean? Like, if the everyday layman's person is figuring out your code, it's like, are you trying to trick the algorithm, or are you trying to trick the leaders? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to work. I don't know if that's the route to take. Who am I? I'm Sweden, okay? Let me know, have you guys heard about this? Have you heard about the winter boot situation on TikTok and other platforms? Let me know down below in the comments. Are you curious? Do you find it interesting? Where do you land on this circumstance? Are you for it? Are you against it? And just before you write that comment, I am gonna have to show you something, you know, and this brings me no joy, zero joy, but it's like, knowledge is power, and if there's information out there that can help us and maybe calm some people, like quell their fears and such, I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna give it to you, right? The beauty of knowledge. Ta-da! So there's this. What you are looking at is a chart of all the presidentes who have done this very thing. So I don't know, it's just like curious to me how they keep reverting back to that one really bad guy, like the worst bad guy, but now everybody likes a bad guy. I don't know about that, y'all. I don't know about that. I don't know about all that. But yeah, they're all like, oh yeah, he's not so bad. No, stop. We all need to calm down. And then, you know, calling Trump that consistently, it really does kind of like the word narcissist, or, you know, what's that other one? There's my blonde moment for today. It was parasocial relationship. Like, we've heard these words so much lately. It's like, dang, the hive mind be cooking, right? Anyways, speaking of hive minds, I really am working on a bigger video, and that's why it's taken me a minute. Plus, your girl was down and out for a few days, and, you know, I have no excuse for that, you know, just self-care and everything. But my mouth is doing okay. I'm doing okay. Thank you for watching.
It doesn't matter whether you're a conservative reacting to this or you're one of the leftists posting this. I'm going to be neutral and ambiguous. It is 1:04 a.m. and I'm tired. So actually watch this video. Let's dive in. I've documented this for 8 days and I've recorded a bunch of videos. I have about 25 videos on my phone and a few that I've shared with a variety of other people on some other social media platforms, not under my broad and public-facing stuff. If you are in a revolutionary movement, your revolutionary movement is organizing people on social media with your real face and name, then you are not part of a real revolutionary movement. If you are a guerrilla soldier, you wouldn't be telling the enemy what you should be called. You shouldn't be telling the enemy what your plans are. You shouldn't be telling the enemy where you operate. You can assume then, because of this stuff, that most people recognize this is just people blowing off steam and, you know, sharing their gripes about, you know, whatever's going on, and they're frustrated. But some people have legitimate sentiments, and I've seen that. I've seen it in their Substack, I've seen it in their live streams, I've seen it in their comment sections, I've received some direct messages of which I will not share. I've also seen it in some of their videos where they really plainly allude to it. I've been in their Discords and in their Telegram chats. I've seen it, and it is real. Now, conservatives are only pointing to the silly stuff. Oh, you guys who are joking about, you know, you wouldn't actually fight ICE agents. Yeah, of course not. Of course they wouldn't. Look at those people. But also at the same time, you know, that idea is there. And we saw a federal agent the day that Trump was inaugurated get by a woman. Clearly, things like that could happen. If you were going to do something, anything, you wouldn't post it, right? If you were going to do something and you post it, you're going to get in trouble. If you weren't going to do something and you're just being silly and you still post it anyways, you're going to get in trouble too. So if you're going to do it, I would tell you not to. And if you're posting it, I would tell you not to. This stuff is probably not going to be good for your movement or for your side. And you are confirming a lot of beliefs about your side and also helping to radicalize your opposition. And I don't know if you want to insight where this would even go if you were to actually start doing stuff. I don't care. This is very obviously one big game of political chicken, and it has been for like the last 8 years. And I think that people generally get de-radicalized as much as they get radicalized, and so most people will never do anything. So whether you think that's good or bad, whatever, nothing ever happens.
For us right now, and we're not seeing any of this. Like, the censorship is crazy. There's people in Germany talking about this is how the Holocaust started. I mean, the way our government is not saying anything about this, but I mean, why would they? You guys need to be concerned. Fuck getting scared. Get pissed off. This shit is real. So if you haven't heard, America's on a red flag warning for a OSIDE in other countries. Other countries are literally protesting for us right now. And we're not seeing any of this.
FBI.gov's website just uploaded a new notice to the general public. Now, from January 26th through the 31st, a multi-agency, large-scale nuclear readiness exercise will take place. Now, this will take place in Schenectady, New York, and all surrounding counties. Now, military personnel wearing protective equipment, military equipment, and all kinds of other shenanigans will be present outside in these areas, and the public, again, should not be alarmed. Now, a ton of government agencies.
Did you guys see what Trump said about the power grids going down? Power grids go down, there is no electricity.
I'm not kidding. To hook into the grid, which is old and, could be taken out. If it's taken out, they wouldn't have any way to get any electricity.
Are you prepared for when there's no electricity? What are you going to do when you go to use your phone and it doesn't work? Can't get a phone call out, you can't text anybody?
Generator.
This is America. Don't got you slipping now. Look how I'm living now. Police be tripping.
Here's the meaning behind the winter boots thing that you've been seeing everywhere on your For You page. And spoiler alert, it's not about a pair of these. So if you're a non-American, then you're very aware about what's happening in America right now. And if you are an American, you are very aware that your media is being heavily suppressed and censored. But if you as an American type into the search bar right now, winter boots or cute winter boots or white winter boots or something of that nature, it could help bypass that. And this confirms that they're trying to suppress any content regarding the winter boots, because when I tried to repost this video, TikTok said that reposts are not allowed on this video. This has never happened to me before. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really sure as to why that's the case, considering these are just supposed to be winter boots. But regardless, on TikTok in the search bar, type in cute winter boots. It won't give you everything that we're seeing immediately, but hold on. What you want to do is when you go into the search bar and you type in the hashtag cute winter boots, you want to go to the little scrollable, scrollable thing option. The little scrollable list underneath the search bar. You're going to see options like accounts, sound, TikTok shop. You're going to see all of these other options.
God bless America.
All this about, I'm going to tell you what the distractions are all about so that you are not fooled. Many creators have pointed out that we are in the midst of the biggest wealth transfer in history. Okay, so it's all about inheritance. And when you're closing the old books and you're opening the new books, what the challenge is to retain as much of the wealth as possible, and to have the people who had the poverty as an inheritance in the old book also have the poverty as an inheritance in the new book. But we want to give you a fighting chance, and that's why I've come up with some very simple definitions of things that if you only remember the definition, you will not be fooled. Now, most don't know what wealth means. Wealth, according to the book Behold the Pale Horse by William Cooper, the late great William Cooper, it is defined as resources and social energy. I think that's a pretty good definition. So wealth is not money. Wealth is not riches. These things are wonderful, but they are not wealth.
Amen.
Now, money is the primary trick that the truly wealthy, the elites, use to keep the poor poor. They are having you chase a medium of exchange. It's like thinking you have women because you have access to their DMs. You're like, dog, I'm talking to 100 girls right now. But that's poverty because the person in those DMs does not have real women. That DM is not a woman, AI is not a woman, and money is not wealth. So let me give you a definition of wealth I want you to remember. I think it's going to be really helpful.
Because I'm a cynic. Calm down. It's not funny. Bye.
7, 6, 11, 5, 9 and 20 miles today, 4, 11, 17, 32 the day before. Boot, 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 moving up and down again. There's no discharge.